Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Park, and this is Turning Leaf Field Notes, Episode 6, The Difference Between Vacation and Retirement. Welcome back to Turning Leaf Field Notes. Someone said to me early on, "Oh, you'll love it. It's like being on vacation every day." I understood what she meant, and I also knew almost instantly that it wasn't true. I've been on plenty of vacations. I've also now had a taste of this longer, open-ended season. They're not the same experience, and I think the difference matters more than we realize. Think about the last real vacation you took. A week at the beach, maybe, or visiting family somewhere warm in February. There's a particular kind of relief that comes with it. The shoulders finally dropping on day 3, the sense that you don't have to think about the calendar for a while, and then almost always there's a specific feeling that shows up around day 5 or 6, a little tug back toward normal life. Some people call it the Sunday night feeling, even if it technically happens on a Thursday. I used to think that feeling meant the vacation was ending too soon. Now I think it means something more useful. The vacation was working exactly as designed. A real vacation is time-bounded. It has a start date and an end date. And somebody, an employer, a school calendar, a plane ticket, has already granted you permission to rest during that window. You don't have to decide, moment to moment, whether you're allowed to sit still. The permission was issued in advance from outside of you, and it expires on a specific day. That's actually a huge part of why vacations feel restful. You're not managing the boundary. The boundary is managing you, and there's something quietly freeing about not having to be the one who decides when enough rest is enough. Retirement doesn't come with that structure. There's no return flight, no Sunday night, no external permission slip with an expiration date reminding you it's almost time to go back to being useful. For the first time in decades, you are the one who has to grant yourself permission to rest, and you have to keep granting it every single day, indefinitely, with nobody else issuing the ticket. That's a much bigger psychological task than it sounds like, and here's why. Researchers who study motivation draw a distinction between things we do because someone or something external is directing us and things we do because we've internally decided they matter. Most of us spent our entire working lives inside a structure of external permission. The bell told you when to move. The calendar told you when summer started. The principal, the district, the school year, something outside of you is always issuing the schedule, including the schedule for rest. You never had to build the internal muscle of authorizing your own stillness because you were never really the one authorizing it. It was authorized for you on a calendar somebody else printed. Retirement hands you that muscle for the first time, unbuilt, and expects you to use it immediately and indefinitely. No wonder it doesn't feel like a vacation. Vacation borrows someone else's permission for a week. Retirement asks you to grow your own and keep growing it for the rest of your life. I think this is part of why the first few weeks or months of retirement can feel so good, and then something shifts. Those early weeks often still run on vacation logic, leftover permission adrenaline, the glow of finally being done, but there's no return flight coming to reset the clock. At some point, the leftover permission runs out, and if you haven't started building your own, that's often when restlessness or the low mood creeps in. Not because something went wrong, because the borrowed structure finally expired and nothing has replaced it yet. I've watched this catch women off guard around month 3 or 4 specifically, right when everyone stops asking how the adjustment is going because everyone assumes by then you've settled in. The good news is that this is a buildable skill, not a personality trait. Small, repeatable, self-authorized permission works the same way any new habit does. You practice granting yourself rest in tiny doses on purpose, without an external authority telling you it's allowed, until it stops feeling like you're getting away with something. It might look like sitting down at 2 in the afternoon without a reason, or leaving a load of laundry unfolded on purpose and noticing that nothing bad happens. Small, boring, repeated proof that you're allowed. If you've been waiting to feel the vacation glow settle in permanently, I want you to consider a different question instead. Where in your week could you practice granting yourself permission out loud if it helps, the way a school calendar used to do it for you. Not asking anyone, not waiting for a sign, just deciding and then doing it. Don't rush to overhaul your whole week. Just notice one moment today where you could grant yourself the permission nobody else is going to hand you anymore. If this resonates, join me again here on After the Classroom. We'll talk about the emotional, psychological, and practical sides of this season, and together learn how to build a rhythm that's actually yours instead of waiting for a vacation feeling that was never designed to last this long. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, I've created a free private Facebook community, also called After the Classroom, where educators walk with one another through this transition. I'll put the link below. I hope to see you there. Until then, I'll see you in the next field note.